Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey from Teaching Online with Kelsey, and I'm so glad that you found this channel because I vlog about my life as a full-time online teacher, and I help serve other online teachers too, whether you are part-time or full-time. I'm happy that you have found me, and please make sure it's not the last time that you see me by hitting the red subscription button and the bell down below to be notified of a new video every Wednesday, and to also give this video a thumbs up. Your support means everything to me. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about some changes, and some of those changes I feel like are what's happening in the world right now. And so when I'm filming this, we're in August of 2021, and specifically for August 16th 2021 there has been really big news on ESL companies closing their doors. Even VIP Kid is shutting down their business in terms of foreign teachers, meaning American teachers, not being allowed to teach students in China anymore. And so with that really big news, it means that a lot of teachers that just teach ESL companies are going to be on the lookout for other job opportunities, whether that would be to teach for another ESL company that's not in China, or even OutSchool or some other online teaching resources, or do something else entirely different. And so with those changes, and of course with the deltoid various surging among us, and the kids going back in person, and that there's a lot of school districts across the country that are not going to have virtual learning as an option. It's a you come to school or you don't come to school, essentially, for that mentality. And so those big changes are really scary, especially since we thought we were crossing the finish line of the panorama, and it turned out we were just going into part 2. So all that to say, with all of these changes that are happening around the world, it has kind of taken a toll on me. And what do I really mean by that? I'm talking about burnout. Because even online teachers, just like brick and mortar teachers, get burnt out. It is still a real thing. It may be in different ways that we get burnt out, but it is still a burnout. And I think because for me, I've been teaching summer camps all summer without like a break in between it. So I'm tired from that. And then hearing the news from fellow ESL teachers that their companies are shutting down has weighed heavy on my heart. And the whole the whole thing with the deltoid various just surging across the country, and kids going back to school, and many people having very many thoughts about many of those things that's going on right now, has been super heavy on my heart too. So it's made me grown tired and having just really not so great and productive weeks. So if you are a teacher, you probably know exactly what I mean when I say a burnout. You are at your wit's end. Every single little thing frustrates you. You're so tired, you just want to sleep, you just want to eat chocolate, you just want to cry. Whatever it is, like, you know that it's essentially time for you to slow down, take a break, take it easy. You know, if you have the energy to catch up on things, go catch up on that. Or if you just want to rest, you can rest. That is your signal that you have to absolutely do that. And in order to prevent burnout, I think another thing that I also want to talk about today is boundaries. Now, I also want to share, this past weekend, I actually did a YouTube live video with teacher Stephanie, who's over at Teaching Stephanie. And for that video, I'm going to leave that link down below for you to watch the full interview, because it is an interview with me and 2 other teachers that teach on OutSchool full time. And one thing that both of those teachers mentioned that is really admirable, that I epically fail at, is boundaries, and setting those expectations and boundaries up front to the parents so that the burnout does not even happen in the first place. So here's the thing. If you are an online teacher, right, or even just a regular teacher, listen up. Because when we're going to talk about burnout, we have to talk about boundaries so that the burnout does not happen. All right? What do I mean by boundaries? Boundaries meaning you are only available at certain times, and that is related to the business. So maybe you do have an admin or office hour time, like either before school or after school, or before you teach classes or after teaching classes if you're online. You have that availability for parents so that you can email them and respond to their emails, and no later, no sooner than that. And just establishing that up front, that, you know, if this parent at 8 o'clock at night while you're playing a board game with your husband is like,
"Hey, I need to find these attachments. Can you help me find them?"
It's okay. It can wait until the morning when you are going to have your office hours to get that taken care of. And that is one thing I'm really, really bad about, is checking my emails and seeing the emails and the parents like,
"Oh my gosh, I don't have this attachment. What am I going to do?"
And I try to remedy the situation right away so then I don't have to worry about it. But then there's another parent, and then there's another parent, and then there's another parent, and another parent. Then it just gets out of control. And then now it's like my office hours are 24/7. No. Where is the freedom that I was so seeking when I quit my 9-to-5 job to run my own business? So that's not really fair to me. And of course you set yourself up high for that parent that if you don't respond to them right away, they're going to get upset. Because they're like, "Why did you not respond to my email right away?" Don't want to do that. You have to only work the hours that you are allotting yourself. If we did only what's contracted, like, nothing would get done. But anyways, if you have office hours or admin hours for this certain times and you teach classes and then you're done, that's it. That is your boundary. And if you do not teach on the weekends, then you absolutely do not teach on the weekends, and you do not do work on the weekends. Now, yes, when I did the interview with teacher Stephanie, it was on a Saturday, but pretty much right after the interview, I was done. I was done for the day. I even contemplated on getting some other work done to try to get a head start for Monday, but then I was like, no, it is Saturday. I do not do any work for Saturday. I made the one exception for the live interview, but aside from that, no. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to rest. And this is one thing that I have to like constantly preach on myself too, because I preach on boundaries, and I preach on being burnt out, and I fail to do that myself. And it's hard, friends. really, really is hard to just slow down and take some time for yourself. Which is why when the other full-time online teachers that I got to meet on the YouTube live was sharing with me that they have firm boundaries and they have firm office hours and they only work so many hours a day, or they only work so many days throughout the week. There were several of them, they only work 3-4 days a week, which is what I'm gonna try to do for the fall. And it's just I'm like, wow, like you really set it firm. And for me, I guess I feel obligated to feel like I have to meet these parents' needs right away, and that's not really fair to me, you know, because we're human, we all deserve rest, so teachers deserve the same too. And it's been really, really tough. And last week I was completely burnt out. I barely got anything done. I was so tired. The weight of the world was so heavy on me. I was depressed. I was angry. Oh, so angry. And I couldn't get anything done. And it really wasn't until I did the interview on Saturday when I heard from the other two teachers just how firm they set their boundaries. And it's like, that's why I'm not burnt out. And it's just like, wow, like it truly is admirable that you set it firm no matter what. And if they message you at 8 o'clock at night, that you do not reply, you do not send anything to the parent at all. You wait until you are available for them. And fellow teacher, maybe you're like me. Maybe you want to appease the parents quickly. You feel obligated to appease them right away, or you feel like you have to keep working. Like you don't deserve a break, or you don't deserve a moment to just breathe and to just veg. Like you may be like me. You just feel like you don't deserve it, and that's not true. That's absolutely not true at all. And just I have to preach myself that. So if any advice I have for any teacher, you have to set those boundaries. We have to normalize teacher boundaries for the parents that just swear that they need to be appeased right away. We have to put our foot down for this, because we deserve to spend time with our families. We deserve to do the things that are outside of our teaching world, essentially. We deserve that too. Like I said, whether you are a online teacher or a brick and mortar teacher, you got to set those boundaries, because that's what's also going to make it a slower time before you would have like a burnout. And then so the idea is to not get burnt out. So because of what happened last week with me, I talked with my husband about this, because I also saw my therapist, and I was just telling her what all has been happening with me. And she basically said, you got a lot on your plate right now. I just think you need to slow down. And my husband agrees with that statement. And so one of the things that me and my husband have actually kind of come to an agreement with me being a full-time online teacher and doing videos and social media and that sort of thing, is that I, every 3 months, give myself a week break. And it's okay. It's okay to take a break. And another thing that I plan on doing for the fall is I don't plan on teaching on Fridays anymore. My Fridays for fall 2021 coming up, starting in September, my Fridays can be used either for professional development days, because in order to keep this guy active, I have to do a certain amount of hours to keep it active. So I can choose to do that day. I can choose to work on flex classes or other YouTube videos or edit videos or getting ready for social media, any other thing related to my work. Or if I wake up Friday morning and I say, I am absolutely exhausted, that is okay too. I realize that on Fridays, if I feel like I need to get PD done or flex classes done or any other stuff done related to work, I'm okay to do that. But if I wake up and I say, I'm really exhausted today, or I want to go see family, or I'm really tired, or I want to go see a friend, I can go do that too. And that is my dog. Sorry, my dog. I think he's barking at the mailman. I'm not really sure. Another thing to add in terms of boundaries and preventing burnout is if you are a brick and mortar teacher and you have paid time off, use that paid time off. One of the things that happened at my brick and mortar teaching experience was the head of school actually rewarding teachers who did not use any of their paid time off during the school year by essentially having them start their summer vacation early before the rest of the teachers enjoyed their summer vacation. Which ultimately, I was not able to do this because I worked with small children and they like to carry illnesses. So the majority of the time, if I was not at school, it was because I was sick. I was sick with one of the illnesses that one of the children in my classroom gave to me lovingly, essentially. So, the more I think about how that situation happened, the more that I realized they only just started their summer vacation 2 days before the rest of us did. And you know how many teachers? There were about 25, 30 of us in this private school. You know how many teachers actually got to start their summer vacation 2 days earlier, essentially? 2. There were only 2 teachers that were able to not use any paid time off and start their summer vacation 2 days earlier. Listen, teachers, you do not get a gold star. You do not get a golden ticket to heaven. You do not win $1 million. You do not you do not get anything worth you not using your paid time off during the school year. You do not get a gold star for achieving that. No one glorifies in burnt out teachers and saying, look how hard I worked. No. If you have paid time off, use your paid time off. It's okay to use your paid time off. If you get sick, use it. If you need a mental day, use it. You want to go on vacation? Use it. It's okay. It is okay. As I mentioned before, for me as an online teacher, I don't have paid time off, but I'm making a commitment to myself every 3 months to take a week off from teaching because it is good for my mental health. It's good for my physical health. It's just good overall to take away, step back, and just see the world around you outside of your classroom, essentially. So, got paid time off. It's okay to use that paid time off. I promise. And don't feel guilty for it either. You're asking for it because you probably need it. I know this video is probably just a little long-winded. I just wanted to actually do more vlogging stuff about how I'm doing with you. And just know that I am going to have a break coming up in September where I am not teaching any live classes during that week. So I'm super pumped for that. That's going to be like a hard reset from ending summer camps to now beginning my fall schedule for OutSchool. So I'm super excited for that long break coming in where I can rest and relax and not worry about anything after working all summer. Like even one of my parents, who is also a teacher, was messaging me, and I was just letting her know, like, hey, I'm going to be off this week. We're not going to be meeting during that time. And she's like, well, oh, good. Like, you have just been going so strong all summer. Like, I'm glad you're going to get a break. So I'm really glad that she understands just how hard teachers really work, and that we deserve breaks. So just know, teacher, whatever is going on in the world right now, please just take it slow, take it easy. And if social media is just overpowering you, try to get off of it for a little bit so that you can breathe and you can relax and enjoy things in life. Again, if you need a nap, go take a nap. And if you're a teacher, or anyone, and you're feeling really, really tired, take it easy. And after you take it easy, if you're not really sure on boundaries, try to establish some boundaries. All right, try to establish boundaries with your parents and just let them know, hey, this is my life. This is when I can talk to you. You may not try to message me during this time. And if you do, I will get you back tomorrow morning. Simple as that. We have to normalize teacher boundaries. We have to. It's important. It's important for any teacher, brick and mortar, online. We got to normalize teacher boundaries. Thanks for listening, friends. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell down below for new videos. All right, and then make sure to check out my other social medias that I have too. And I will see you in the